Celtic were looking for their 6th straight league win as they travelled to Perth. Only Dynamo Minsk, Hibernian and Aberdeen have won here since November 2012. It's a very impressive record St Johnstone have in Perth. This is Ledley. Opened out to Emilio Izagirre. And the Welshman again. Closed down by Gary MacDonald. Virgil Van Dijk. He sees a space opening up. And Van Dijk bursts into it. Keeps going. Still Virgil Van Dijk. Oh, what a goal by the Dutchman. Less than 5 minutes on the clock. And Virgil van Dijk has his 3rd Celtic goal. Somewhat different to the last 2 that he scored up at Ross County. Look at this, a solo run. He picked it up in his own half and then just kept on going and going. Absolutely brilliant from Virgil van Dijk. There aren't too many centre-backs that can do that. And now incredibly, only 5 of Celtic's last 25 goals have been scored by strikers. Miller got himself into a spot of bother. So too did Mackay. It's good closing down by Izagirre. Commons now. Chris Commons slipped through for Scott Brown. The flag's up as he turns it square to Anthony Stokes. Well, Commons with the through ball. Well, and Scott Brown, the Celtic captain, looks onside there. Ambrose. Brown to Fisher, who gets successive start. Nicely done by Commons, and Jahic comes across to block off Stokes. Now Samaras. Still Samaras to the byline. And the ball goes just wide of the target. Perhaps the Greek striker should have released this a little earlier. Really good, strong play by Stokes. Samaras could have hit it there. Instead he continued. Stokes, and it just comes off the Irishman's heels. Samaras now. Izagirre has provided so many goals for Celtic this season. Left for Stokes. The volley in the end was uncontrolled. Anthony Stokes, who's been struggling for goals of late. He was set and poised, but Fraser Wright just did enough to put him off. Izagirre picks it out the air to prevent Stevie May from getting on the end of that ball. Stokes, too powerful for Jahic. Anthony Stokes, he's past the goalkeeper. Wright and Jahic just about doing enough. Stokes still has it, and it comes off Dave Mackay. And St Johnstone survive. Well, Jahic really out-muscled by Stokes, but Fraser Wright was back to the rescue for St Johnstone. Stokes again, proving to be a real pest for the St Johnstone back four. Slip through for Chris Commons. Mannus out quickly. Well, he's still never had a clean sheet against Celtic, but he's made some big saves, and that was an important one. Hasselbank, Witherspoon. Here goes May, and look at the pace of Stevie May. May in for Hasselbank, and Virgil Van Dijk got a crucial touch. That's a great ball in by Stevie May. Izagirre loses out. Here's Witherspoon. May turned across, and there was nobody to apply the finish. Stevie May is beginning to cause real bother for the Celtic defence. It's now over 6 hours since Celtic conceded a goal in the league. Hasselbank. May. Now Murray Davidson, and Virgil Van Dijk collides with Stevie May. He believes he should have had a penalty. Craig Thompson says no. Van Dijk did have his arm out. That's a big talking point. Easton, good ball through to Edwards. He's got Hasselbank in the middle. Still Edwards, goes it alone. Forster just beats it away, takes no chances. Back again to Edwards. And Scott Brown cuts it out. Well, the substitute cutting in, lashing it with the right foot. Izagiri brings it down and then slips. And he's in trouble here. It's Hasselbank. He's got May in the middle, but the ball, it was the right idea. Wrong application from Nigel Hasselbank. And with the game opening up, Joe Ledley looks to attack at the other end. Ledley to Stokes. That just slows the attack down a little. Ledley. And left for Commons. What a save by Alan Mannus. Well, he's had a fine game for St Johnstone. This is a quite brilliant save. Commons must have thought he'd scored. Forrest does well there, cut back to Ambrose. Always going to be a tricky one for F.A. Ambrose, who scored at Motherwell earlier in this month. Lee Croft and Murray Davidson. St Johnstone haven't scored in their last 3 league games. What they'd give for a goal right now. Croft, Dave Mackay, it's well worked for a crossing position. Mackay's left foot, and he delivers it straight to Fraser Forster. And Celtic look good to hang on here at McDiarmid Park, the ground where they haven't won for 2 years. And Celtic look likely to extend their lead at the top of the Scottish Premiership. Results elsewhere have gone their way. And the full-time whistle is blown. Neil Lennon celebrates a 6th straight league win. Subscribe now for free and catch all the action on SPFL YouTube.